speak here today. I'm Keith Thomas. I'm a bus driver from Swansea, and I've been an ostomy for 10 years. I was diagnosed in 2008 with ulcerative colitis, and in 2012 I had to have my bowel removed as it was no longer doing its job. I had little option really. I opted for a total colectomy, and I have my own bag for life now, which has been life-changing, and I've never regretted my decision. That doesn't mean to say that I wasn't nervous about doing some things for the first time, and travelling abroad was one of these. Having had to change some of my daily routines, I was anxious about the whole airport thing, as well as flying itself. So today, I hope I can reassure you about what to expect and perhaps do a little myth busting too. The areas I think are crucial to think about before going abroad are these: preparation and packing, procedures at the airport, personal comfort on the flight. Good preparation and planning will set you up for your trip and give you greater peace of mind, there's no doubt about it. The first thing to ensure is your travel insurance is fit for purpose. Make sure you declare all appropriate medical details. You don't want the hassle of finding you're not actually covered in an emergency. Then there's a GP's letter of verification. This can be useful, especially if there are medicines you need to take on the plane with you. The GHIC card, this one, this is a must. It used to be the EHIC card, they just changed one letter in it. It's free and available by applying online. This, of course, allows you to have access to state-provided medical care in the EU countries. It might help to have a copy of your repeat prescription with you, and also details of your appliance provider, along with any product codes that you use, just in case your main supply of products get lost and you need to order more. Respond, for example, operate a global assistance service where they can help you with emergency stoma supplies. Details can be found on their website. Also, one of these travel certificates, and there's a travel certificate. This is response, but check with your own supplier, as your stoma nurse may give you advice that's appropriate for you. Respond also have a comprehensive travel advice brochure, and this is the travel advice brochure. This is available to download from the website, which gives plenty of information if you want to see more in general. Okay, so this is the example of the sort of information that the travel certificate contains. Among other things, your personal details verified by your GP surgery, the important information for the airport security staff that should help them understand your situation, which is translated into these languages for your return flight. So we've even got Welsh at the bottom. So we come to the packing. It goes without saying that it's vital to make sure you have plenty of supplies beforehand. And that goes for any travel really, whether it's abroad or not. Most of your supplies can be packed in the hold, and of course that includes the sprays and liquids. However, you should carry at least a few days' supply in your hand luggage. You may recall a point I made earlier about the potential loss of luggage. If you check with your airline, you may well find that any ostomy products can be carried on board in additional to your usual allowance. Bear in mind that you won't be allowed to carry scissors on the plane, So a good tip is to pre-cut your bags or your back plates if you're using two-piece, so that won't be an issue. And have a supply of adhesive removal wipes, as sprays will need to be in the luggage hold, as I said earlier. As a relatively new ostomate, my first trip abroad was from Cardiff Airport to Faro in Portugal. I was definitely nervous about a few things, to say the least. Carrying luggage, having already developed a slight hernia, I certainly didn't want to make that worse. Taking these new products on the planes, was it going to be awkward or confrontational going through security checks? And yes, I did have my travel certificate with me. Excuse me. Going through the security checks and body scanners, I'm pleased to say that on this occasion, everything went okay. I was called over. Since that time, I'm pleased to say that a lot of work has been done to raise awareness of ostomies and hidden disabilities more widely. In 2019, I was invited by Respond to take part in some staff training at Cardiff Airport. There were 2 sessions for different groups of staff working around their shifts. And here you can see Hazel, one of the stoma nurses working for Respond, ready to explain what the different ostomies are and show a range of different products ostomates need to carry on their travels. Together we were able to have honest conversations, and I was able to say how I had felt back in 2014, travelling as an ostomate for the first time. The security officers were invited to see what searching around a stoma was like. That's me again. Importantly, a lot of awareness raised. And let me just point out, it's worth me saying this isn't routine. You won't be patted down. This was just me. Couldn't help myself, honestly. But we had a lot of fun. It was a lot of ostomy training, but it was a lot of fun. So, okay, so at the airport, what can you expect? Well, firstly, make use of the trolleys to move the luggage. I know there's a lot more modern suitcases that have fancy wheel technology that makes them much easier to manoeuvre, and that's a big help, but use a trolley. Don't struggle, don't hurt yourself. Make sure you're prepared for the bag scan while you're in the queue. They're pretty straightforward, and as long as you remember the basic rules, it may be handy to have your travel certificate ready to explain any ostomy products they come across. If it's necessary, it probably won't be necessary, but at least you're prepared. Body scanners can vary. I flew out recently to Belfast with Respond, and while the scanner at Bristol was fine, the more sophisticated scanners, and they are more sophisticated, in Belfast did alert staff to my stoma. After an explanation, a look under my shirt, because I like to lift my shirt, obviously, there was really no problem. The most important thing to remember is that airport staff have to treat you with respect and with empathy. Training has been put in, and there is protocol to be followed, so there's no embarrassment. If you need to be searched, if you're not happy, then take it up with the airport or the airline. Don't be quiet about it, because then it'll happen to someone else. But these things do not happen, honestly. It's not acceptable to be treated badly because of a hidden disability in this day and age. So once that is all sorted out, here are a few last tips to make your trip as comfortable as possible. Avoid large meals before you fly. Just stick to light meals, snacks, eating up to 24 hours but before you fly. We all know we're all different with our stories. You need to stay hydrated. Avoid fizzy drinks, stick to water, squash, and even isotonic drinks. Empty your bag before you board the plane. There is a rumour that your bag will balloon, inflate. This is just a myth. It doesn't happen. I've flown a few times, it doesn't happen. I lost my place now. Emptying your bag will make you feel more comfortable. But if you do need to empty your bag on board, or even change it in an emergency, keep your ostomy products at the top of your carry-on luggage, so there's easy access. And aeroplane toilets may be a tight squeeze, but they are big enough to enable you to do either, to change your bag or to just empty your bag. I've done it. Been there, done it. They didn't give me a t-shirt though. For more detailed information, I'll point you in the direction of the Respond Travel Guide once again. If you do look at it, you may well see pictures of me in it. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. If I can help you further, I will be around all day, so please come over and say hello. I don't bite. It's been a pleasure. Thank you so much.
You'd say about the social media. Social media.
There we are.